Welcome back. It is Free Therapy Wednesday. You know, each week we like to check in with our friend Dr. Laura Saunders for a little midweek mental health boost.
Yes, and Dr. Laura Saunders is a psychologist at the Institute of Living, and we're talking about the keys to happiness according to science and lots of research. It's not money.
It's, no.
Hi,
money,
Dr. Laura.
Money can't buy happiness. That's what they say, right, Doc?
That is true. Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Money cannot buy happiness. And it's also important to note that the keys to happiness are actually within our control. So it's not necessarily your genetics. It's not other random things. The keys to happiness are within our control.
Now, some people say money can't buy happiness, but for those, they just don't know where to shop.
Okay, well, I think my daughter would probably agree with that as well. But, you know, for the rest of us, you know, the important point is that there's been some really long-term studies done. And there's one huge that's been going on for well over 90 years study out of Harvard that has looked at the keys to a lot of things, and happiness is one of them. And so they found some really key findings that I want to highlight here as we step out of May and into June and want to have a happy summer.
Yeah, number one, socially engaged helps us have more satisfaction in life. What does that mean?
So this is really the key point, to be socially engaged. It increases life satisfaction. The most important thing is that we feel connected to people, not things, you know, not a bigger house or a bigger car, a more expensive car, or whatever those, you know, those superficial things are. It's being socially engaged. Finding a purpose in your life is what helps you feel happier. And
you know, when we say purpose, I know a lot of people think, oh, that's what's my life purpose? But just having purpose, and part of this, the next part of that is, are you serving others? Are you helping others?
Right. Purpose is each day, right? Purpose doesn't have to be all these big long-term goals. Purpose is each day. I'm going to do something positive for myself and for my neighbor today, or I'm going to volunteer today, or when I'm at work, I'm going to make sure that I look at someone in the eye and say, how are you doing today? Right? Purpose can be small and meaningful. It doesn't have to be grand purpose, but hopefully the small, meaningful purposes leads to a greater sense of purpose.
So I truly think my purpose in life is to bring happiness to others. I think that's a good...
Make people laugh.
Make people laugh. I think that's a good, lofty goal.
That's a good goal. And Scott, you do a beautiful job of bringing that to everyone each and every day, right?
Oh, thank you.
You find moments every day to bring levity, to bring humor, to bring care throughout the day, right? So it's a goal that you live and abide by, and that's what we need to do. For some people, you know, what the research has shown is that the more isolated you are, the more it affects your health, and the worse you're going to feel, the less happy you're going to feel.
Okay.
Do you think I'm born this way? You know, like...
I believe we're all born with a purpose, but I think that we can find other, like...
Born a happy person or born a sad person?
Oh, right, yeah. I mean, as you said, it doesn't have to do with our genetics. So I think we've talked about this before. You could be wired to be super happy more or okay more, but this isn't about that. This is about like real happiness, sustainable happiness, not a mood.
Right. So, Scott, what I think you're referring to is that, you know, you might be more prone to being outgoing or extroverted. That doesn't mean we don't have our, you know, times where we need to take some space. But making connections is something we all can work on. Even if you're someone that's introverted, you can look someone in the eye and say, have a good day. You can go to the library and you know, talk to someone. You can volunteer. You can make an effort in the work that you do to bring more meaning. So that's what I want to emphasize, is that the keys to happiness, the keys to peace or fulfillment exist within all of us. You don't have to be as bubbly and happy as you are. You can be a person that might be more shy, but still bring meaning and purpose and stay connected to those that you love.
And I will give Kara a compliment here, because she's really an introvert, but she does a great job of getting out there.
yeah, I'm an extroverted introvert where I go out, but I need to then go put myself on the charger and
Exactly.
be alone.
You gotta be alone.
I actually was thinking as she's talking, I'm like, what if being alone makes you happy? Okay. No, but strong relationships, whether or not you need time for yourself, I do need that alone time to recharge, but strong relationships is something else that was found to help us have long-term happiness.
Right, and it really has more to do with depth, not necessarily breadth, right? In high school, everyone thinks, well, the more friends I have, the better my life will be. But as we get older and as we build meaning into our life, it really is the depth of the relationship, the ability to be open and vulnerable with someone, to when you have some tough moments that you know you have someone to call. So bringing that meaning to your relationships. So it's looking to have a deeper conversation or bringing more depth to a relationship. That's really the key. And we all can do that. That is within all our controls to bring more peace and happiness into our lives.
Happy people spend less time alone every day than unhappy people. If you're a senior citizen and you're watching the show and you feel alone, head to your senior center. You're going to meet people, you're going to find relationships, and you'll be happier.
Find an activity, do something that you want to do, learn a new skill. No one's ever too old to learn a new skill. I don't care if it's taking a ukulele lesson or whatever it is that you want to do. Find a connection, right? For our seniors, our older folks, each town has great community services for our seniors. Step out of your comfort zone, make a connection. Yeah. It'll help you feel better.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Doc.
Dr. Laura.
Have a great day.
You too.
Still ahead on your Wednesday, a sweet summertime treat that's not going to make you feel guilty. I'm so excited. I saw this online and we get to try it. A healthy orange cake.
How's cake healthy?
Well, wait till you see what's in it. There's no processed sugar, and you put a whole orange in the cake.
And I can't